In terms of the band live mix, because we already had some amps in the room as well as some monitors, we didn't have to push the guitars through the front house that much, which means in the audio file we recorded, you can mainly hear the drums, the vocals, and a little bit of bass. Because the venue space was quite small, we ended up not putting the overheads through front house that much, so in the audio recording, you can't hear it that much. Whereas the audio recordings from the room that people took in the phones, you can hear everything you need to a lot better. Obviously with the live mix, you only have one shot at it because, especially if there's an audience, you can't say, oh no, I just need to remix that again. Whereas in the studio, you have as long as you need to mix things over and over again until it sounds perfect. Another thing is, in a studio recording, you can re-record it as many times as you want. Say the guitarist plays slightly out of time, you can just re-record it again until they get it in time. Whereas in a live performance, if they're out of time slightly, then they're out of time slightly and there's nothing you can do about it. One of the main issues with the live mix, especially for the band that we'll be using, they like the guitars loud, but they also want their vocals to be heard. So it's about finding that balance between vocals and guitar, especially as they like a lot of reverb on the vocals, but not drowning out the vocal completely with the guitars and the effects. For the live band performance, I got a decent room mix, apart from the vocals at some points. This is what it sounded like in the room. Which, as you can hear, the vocals are quite drowned out with the guitars especially. And then this is what we were sending out through front house. Which is mainly vocals and kick. During the performance, one of the guitarists did turn up their amp a little bit, which made it a bit more difficult to mix front house. They weren't the only band performing in this gig, however they did have twice as long sound check. The band that were meant to be sound checking after them didn't turn up on time. However, obviously the sound check didn't have a live audience. This is the main difficulty with live mixing, because you only have one chance to get it right, and a lot of things can go wrong.